fantasy. I am Tsuki, and for my YouTubers and blog followers alike, this is my newest video series, and I update it every other Thursday. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or message me, or whatever. And if you're interested in watching the first video, or listening to the first audio post, it started audio then video, I will link those as well. Before I start, I just want to say this is kind of a long one, so I might glance at my script because I'm kind of terrible at memorizing things. But anyway, this week I asked around my friends to figure out what people wanted to know about high fantasy and stuff in general, and though this particular question isn't exactly genre specific, it is fandom specific. It was definitely the most common question by a landslide. So this is kind of a long one, like I told you, so brace yourself. Today we're going to talk about ships. No, not that kind of ship. Ships. Relationships. Ship, like I just said, is short for a relationship in the fandom world. Typically it's between two characters that the viewer believes to be, should be, or will be in a typically romantic relationship. Though it can be platonic as well. That's less common and has a different name. I'll get into that too. Sometimes you'll encounter pairings or couplings in a fandom, but at their core, they're ships. Now, there's lots of types of ships that you, the new fandom recruit, might experience on your endeavors on the internet. First, you got your canon ships. As canon would suggest, these are ships that are written in directly into the game, movie, book, whatever. These are condoned by the author as being official. Popular ships that are canon include Doctor and Rose from Doctor Who, Ginny Weasley and Harry Potter from Harry Potter, Pepper and Tony from Iron Man, etc. Now you have your more meta ships. These are ships that are typically derived by the audience due to an emotional involvement in the show. These ships can be anywhere from slash ships, male-male, fem/, female-female, poly, 3+, or even enemy slash. For example, Loki and Tony, which is weird, but I've seen it. And then there's also wrong shipping, which I had actually never heard of until I did this. Wrong shipping is either morally wrong, like Wincest, or Thorky, which are both pairing brothers together. Wincest is the Winchester brothers from Supernatural, and Thorky is Thor and Loki from Thor, or the Avengers, depending on which one you've been exposed to. And I've also seen that the Hannibal Will relationship is considered wrong shipping as well. Which, I don't actually know what that one's called, because I'm not part of the Hannibal fandom, I'm sorry, but you can tell me in the comments. Now, of these ships, canon or not, there are two big types that nearly every shipper carries near and dear to their hearts. And by the way, a shipper is a person who ships. These are your OTPs and your BroTPs. OTP stands for one true pairing. These are often the shipper's most coveted relationship, as one true pairing would suggest. These are characters that the viewer sees as being absolutely necessary for each other and, in their eyes, destined to be. For example, Flynn Rider and Rapunzel from Tangled are a OTP, in my opinion. Sometimes shippers like to insist that their favorite OTPs are canon, even if they're not necessarily canon, by seeking every single possible route to analyze every bit of dialogue or acting choice by the actors to prove that their ship is canon. For example, Destiel. And finally, you have your BroTP. These are not always male related, as bro would suggest, but they are fairly typically. This stands for brotherly one true pairing. These are, to the viewer, friends, soulmates. They are destined to be BFFs forever. I'm really sorry I just did that. Common examples include Turk and JD from Scrubs, Donna and Doctor from Doctor Who, Joan and Sherlock from Sherlock, although some people ship them in the shippy way instead of the, in the OTP way instead of the BroTP way, but that's cool. And my personal favorite, Gimli and Legolas. Look at that, I put high fantasy back into this video, oh yeah. Frequently, bro TPs are actually canon, and are explored and coveted with the exact same amount of depth as any romantic ship for the shipper. Now, before I leave, I want to leave you with something very important. You can ship one ship, or you can lead a fleet. You can focus entirely on bro TP, or spend all of your energy on Slash. You can hate a canon ship, you can love it, you can be completely indifferent to it. But a ship is something a fan enjoys. It's frequently based on opinion, actually it's entirely based on opinion, and like your opinion, it should be respected. So don't think someone's ship just because theirs isn't canon, and don't break up someone's fleet because you don't like their ships. Leave it, or love it, but don't mess with each other's ships. Until then, I will see you around. I'm Tsuki.
She's never said that she loves me, but she'll still